All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai,
Ba'ashem,
Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and who we learn this truth from. And peace and blessings to the elect of Israel out there that's pushing this word in all truth and sincerity. All right, this lesson is going to be about, how the elect are going to be tried, our faith is going to be tried. It's one thing to, believe in something, but it's another thing to, for those beliefs to be tried, being forced against adversity. So this is what the topic at hand is. So without further ado, we're going to get into the scriptures.
The second Ezra 16, 6-7. Behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all your trouble.
Yeah, kind. So, hey, whatever doubts are going into your mind, whatever past sins that you might have committed that hang over your head, you got to cast those off and cling unto the Lord. Repent from those things. It's one thing to, it's kind of like if you ever played a sport and I played baseball, for example. If you made an error, you fucked up, but hey, dwelling on that error is gonna only lead you to, keep fucking up, because it's constantly dwelling in your head. But if you're like, all right, it's one mistake, I'll get it next time, and just have that short-term memory and cast it off, then you're ready for the next play whenever, the play comes back to you. You should be like that whenever, you don't want your sins to weigh you down.
Yeah, let not your sins weigh you down.
Yeah,
it say, let go from the mortal thoughts.
Kind.
Sister 8. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away shelter of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden on the foot. For there shall be in every place and in the net cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So this is talking about believers, people in the truth. We fear the Lord. So hey, you prepare your mind for this. That adversity is coming.
It's 7:1. They should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yeah, madmen sparing none. Hey, we're not exempt from Jacob's trouble. We still got to go through it. But what's going to get us through it is fearing the Lord.
Yeah. It's for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they should be tried as the gold and the fire. O ye my beloved, said the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your God.
Yeah, he said, yeah, these things are coming unto you, but don't be afraid, because he's like, hey, every affliction that he's going to put upon you, he's going to help you overcome. It's just like how a coach does. Man, he'll push you until you're, sweating, bleeding, vomiting, but hey, after practice, man, you're a little bit stronger, and he keeps pushing you to those limits, man. That's how the Most High is going to do with the elect, because we still got shit all over us. He says that, the elect are like unto gold, he's going to make a man more precious than the fine gold of Ophir. But right now, hey man, whenever you find gold, it's in the midst of, worthless metals, rocks, stones, shit, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So you gotta put it through different
you gotta put through that fire.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
To burn the impurities out. But 7, can I get this real quick?
Yeah,
this Psalms 48 and 14. For this power is our power forever and ever. He will be our guide even unto death, man. So that's it, even unto death. That was to be faithful unto death. Strive for the truth unto death, and he shall fight for thee, man. But this back at 2 Ezra 16 and 76. And the God of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord Yahweh Shai, Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. You know?
Yeah, kind. So, you know, you know, don't let your sins weigh you down. Like, don't let, you know, your mistakes in your past, you know, you got to believe that the Most High forgives, you know, you got to believe that He's merciful, you know, but at the same time, don't let your iniquities lift themselves up, you know, because how does that happen, right? You know, just because you went off on something and you weren't judged immediately, you know, that's when people get it in their heads like, oh, well, you know, I got away with it, so it must be okay for me to do it again. That's how iniquities let themselves up, you know?
Well, because we under grace, the
Yeah.
time frame, you know?
Yeah, kind of. It talks about that in Jude, I believe, where it says they turned the mercy of the Most High to lavishness, which means like they abuse the Most High's mercy, you know? You can't do that, man.
I want to get that second. So what?
Yeah, kind
I'm gonna start the one up.
of. All right.
So what? Those the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kinda.
kind of spirit. So what? 2:1. My son, if that come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul from temptations.
Yeah, just like, hey, you know, sports. You know, whenever you go try out, you shouldn't expect a championship when you're trying out. You know, you got to expect to put in that work. You know, to go through some trials, get put to the test. And even if you fail, you got to be prepared to work on whatever you failed at to get better at it so you can succeed that part of the test.
That's a bit of a point. Tryouts, you know, that's why at tryout you got to make your call and lesson sure, you know, give diligence. And knowing the tryouts, what the coach doing? I know I play basketball. You know, first day tryouts, you got to learn conditioning, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this is here's a condition, you know. You gotta show yourself as man. You can't get tired. You don't want to give up doing trials or nothing like that, man.
Mm-mm.
So same thing with trials, man. We want to be that chosen, man. We want to be picked. We want to be on a team. That's what we look at spiritually. We want to be on the winning team, the elect, you know. But it said, my son that come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptations. Set that heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. You know, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. You know, because, hey, you know, most of the time whenever you feel low, you know, something good is about to happen to you. You know, like I'll use the example of working out. You know, whenever you you know, you might spend all week, you know, grinding, you know, doing 2 workouts a day, you know, maxing out. You know, you're gonna be really sore on that rest day, you know, and you're gonna feel fucked up. You're gonna feel like you can't walk, can't sit up, can't even laugh without your abs hurting, all this stuff. Hey, but after that little moment of, you know, rehabilitation, you know, you're way stronger. Same thing whenever, you know, you might be having a bunch of thoughts going through your head, you know, and this truth, man, like demons fucking with you. Just be patient, man. Hold on to the Lord, hey, because whoever did he despise that called upon him, you know, he's gonna deal with you, and guess what? You're gonna be spiritually stronger, you know, after you get changed from that lowest state. You're gonna be increased at thy last end.
You know, that was the temptation. You know, demons fucking with you, you losing your job. You know, temptations can come in many forms. And you know, you know, financial, you know, losing your woman, losing your house. However, man, those are temptation. The Lord told us this because you come to serve the Lord, prepare your mind from temptation, man.
And then after you go through it, it trains that spiritual muscle where you're comfortable in those, you know, fucked up predicaments.
Yeah.
You know?
Really, the Lord teaching us how to lose so then we can win. We losing first. We getting our L's out the way first so we can win later, man. Because during Jacob trouble, the hour of temptation, hey, you ain't gonna probably have shit, man. You know? That's why some boys going on spiritual fast, you know, fasting for social media, however, video games, or however it is, man. You know? But it said, whatsoever, back in Sirach 2:4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
Yeah, come.
Take cheerfully, man.
Yeah, like if you ever watch those like Hell Week videos where people go to the military, they go through that Hell Week. Man, you know the only people that make it through all the way are like only like a handful of people, like 14. It starts off with like 60, and only about 14 or 15 go all the way through.
Yep.
And the ones that make it through, you know, they have to like, you know, train their thoughts to like make them love the shit. Like every time that they get sand in their eyes or, you know, can't sleep, they have to trick themselves into liking that shit so they can get through it. And then, you know, once they're done, they're part of, you know, that elite group. Yep. Same thing in this truth, man.
It's like the movie Lone Survivor, man. The beginning of it, man, they got to train. We'll start with 100 of them on the 4 left, you know. But it's back in Sirach 2 and 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity, you know.
Yeah.
Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercies, and go not aside lest ye fall. You know?
You gotta believe that the Most High is merciful. You gotta have that vision that the kingdom is right around the corner.
Yep.
You know, you gotta believe Romans 8 and was it 18? Yeah, can you grab that real quick?
Yeah, I'll grab that. It's the book of Romans 8 and 18. It say, for I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which should be revealed in us.
Man, that stays in my head whenever I go through something.
Yep.
Say, hey, kingdom's coming, you know? Hey, you won't be thinking about going through any type of hell once we're in the kingdom. So this is, hey, short-term pain brings long-term fulfillment. And short-term happiness brings long-term pain, you know? Because you see all these fat people, you know, they want that instant gratification, but in the long run, they're dying.
Or sellouts for filthy lucre's sake, you know, so they sold for money. They're just a temporary thing.
Right.
That's why I say some to everlasting shame, you know? They're going to be shaming the kingdom for doing that, man.
Yeah, but on the flip side, you know, we go through these pains because we know in the long run, this is going to lead to life, man.
Life, man. Yep.
Everlasting life.
They said those that lose his life should gain his life, roughly paraphrasing.
Sure.
But that's all I got to precept to that. This 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. For our light, no, I'm starting 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. It's our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal way of glory. You know, this is our light affliction, man. It's just a light thing, man, compared to everlasting life. You know, well, we look not at things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporary, but the things which are not seen are eternal. You know, it's faith, the kingdom. Can't see that, you know, but we have that vision, you know. So that's it. We see when that crowns, you know. You got that.
This is James chapter 1 verse 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. You know, it's building up your patience, man. You know, it's verse 4, it says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. You know, we're going to be made perfect, you know? I remember, I remember growing up, man, my mom would always say patience is a virtue. I never really knew what it meant until, you know, I came into the truth, of course. You know, but hey, patience is a gift, because you see people without patience, you know, they want to the NFAC crew or whatever the fuck, you know, they lack patience. That's why they're out there making fools of themselves, because they're trying to take actions into their own hands.
Yeah, shooting themselves and shit. And the Lord told you, advance not yourself. The Lord is long suffering, you know. But hey, I get a scripture on that. This back in Sirach 2, I'm gonna jump down to 14. Woe to you that have lost patience, And what will you do when the Lord should visit you, man? It said, woe means death, destruction, man. They have lost patience, man. Because ultimately you gave up. You gave up on believing in the Lord. That's why you want to do on your own, man. You have no faith in the Lord. Because if you have faith, you would just wait. You can't put the Lord in a time box, man. You can't put the Lord on your time, man. You know? But you guys know?
This is 1 Peter 1:7.
Okay.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua and Mashiach.
Oh.
You know, and that just goes into, faith being tried like unto gold. Gold is valuable, man. You know, it's precious, it's shiny.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
It's malleable. You can customize it into any statue or you know, piece that you want to wear, you know?
Yep.
And that's how, but we're going to be spiritually gold, you know? Because you know, the scriptures talk about how wisdom is more precious than gold. You know, spiritual gifts are more precious than that, because spiritual gifts know how to give you life, man. You know, like Solomon, you know, all of his carnal things that he increased in, it started with the spiritual things. You know, that's why it's going to be more precious than gold. You know,
it said Matthew 6:33, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and his righteousness, then all the things of the Most High should be added onto you, man. All the things should be added onto you, you know. So that's what we are doing. We are seeking the kingdom of the Most High, man. You know, however it take, man. You know, Lord willing, we can endure. And the word endure means to make hard, you know. But I got a precept to that. This 1 Peter 4:12. You go at that scripture and say we are cast down but not destroyed. I forgot what chapter that in. This 1 Peter 4:12. Beloved, thinking that strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you, man. That's that fiery trial. You come to serve your Lord, prepare yourself for temptation, you know? You know? You say that fiery trial, man. That's why I say put on the whole armor of the Most High, man. In the book of Ephesians, the 6th chapter. Because, the fiery trial, you might think it's strange, but, it's just the Lord testing your faith.
Yeah, man. Because that's another thing, too, that you might get into your head is, it's Satan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, man, the Most High sent Satan. Overcome him.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the righteous side, man. Satan's on the wicked side. Overcome him. The Most High sent him.
Yep.
Just like he sent an angel to wrestle Jacob. Just like he sent Satan to Job.
Yep.
You know, same thing going on.
You know, Satan just doing his job. You know, that's all it is. It's a trial of our faith. That's the test of our faith. See if we gonna stand stiffly for his name's sake. You know, it's strange. You know, losing your wallet, losing your keys. You know, however temptation may bring, that's the fiery trial, man. You know, you got it out.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 8.
Okay.
We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed.
Mm-hmm.
We are perplexed, but not in despair.
Mm-hmm.
Persecuted, but not forsaken.
Persecuted, but not forsaken, man. You know, we are persecuted. It said, blessed are the, in the book of Matthew. I go right there real quick. So like you, Matthew 5 and 11. No. Matthew 5:10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revive you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name's sake, man. You see? We persecuted but not forsaken, man. The Lord know these things. It's a blessing. He said, rejoice to be exceeding glad, for great is a reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you, man.
Mm-hmm. And everybody comes back in their lot.
Yep.
So if you're if your life mirrors a prophet of the old, then more than likely you are one.
Yep.
You know, so that's rejoice, man.
Rejoice. Yep.
Because the kingdom of heaven is for you.
Yep. Because look at the generation of old back in the the 2nd chapter, man. You know. Yeah.
So back in 2 Corinthians 4:9, it says, "Cast down but not destroyed."
Cast down but not destroyed. Go ahead.
Always bearing about in the body the dying of Yahushua, that the life also of Yahushua might be made manifest in our body. You know, so hey, Yahushua is our ride and die, man.
That's it, man.
You know, we die with him, we suffer with him, so that we can be glorified in him too.
That's it.
You know?
Yeah, it's a scripture in Job that say, though he slay me, yet I will trust in him, man. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But I got a precept to that. This 2 Timothy, if I can find it.
Yeah, just a real quick point too, going back to a teammate analogy in sports. You know, if the team, if you know, one person made a fucked up play and it counted as a loss, hey, the whole team lost.
That's it.
The whole team has to do sprints. Same thing in victory. If one guy was hot and he drained, you know, all the threes, or, you know, scored all the touchdowns in whatever sport you want to use, the whole team won. You know?
This 2 Timothy 2:10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may be that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Yahushua Mashiach with eternal glory. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also would deny us, man. Meaning what? If we suffer with him, we should be glorified with him, man.
Hey, and there's Apostle Paul talking where it says, therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the only people that we're concerned about too, because that's who Yahushua was concerned about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we do everything for the elect's sake. You know, that's why we're making these videos. You know?
Come on, man. It's just like your A1 day one. You weren't with me struggling, so you can't reap the benefits, man, of it, man. That's why I said prepare your have the same mind as Yahushua. Arm yourself likewise. You know? It say the servant not greater than his master. You know? But I got one more. You didn't have none.
Nah, yeah.
Okay, this Wisdom Solomon 3. Man, I don't know what to start at. I'm gonna just start at 3. And I'm gonna start at 1. It's like Wisdom Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken from misery. And they going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
Yeah, Con. Hey, I don't know if you saw, but I recently I did a video about having a vision of dying. Like, I had a dream about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the reason why I think it's a vision of dying is because, you know, I experienced everything that, you know, the typical white light, you know, surrounded by like comfort and, you know, being like drawn to the light. That's kind of what I went through. Hey man, it was nothing to fear. You know,
yeah.
I was at peace. You know, it sucked when I, you know, snapped back into reality and I went into like real sleep, like real dreams. You know, it was fucked up. It was nowhere near, you know, that experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, to the unwise, you know, when somebody dies, they're thinking, oh no, hey man, that dude's at peace now.
Hey, even Job said, I would better off staying in my mother's womb than come back coming to earth, man.
Yeah.
You know, I know plenty of boys have a dream of dying. I know myself personally, I had a dream of dying and come back to life in a dream, man. You know, because they say the righteous live forever. Ain't no such thing as death. The Lord told us that our power is not the power of the dead, but the power of the living. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the real death is being absent from this truth.
Yep. That's it. You should remain congregation of the dead. You know? Ain't no such thing as death. It said, fear not the sentence of death. You know what the Lord told, Yahushua told, I forgot, but he said he just sleeping. She's just sleeping. What's paraphrasing?
Oh yeah, there's a Yahushua.
Yep. But this, back in with Solomon 3:3, and they gone from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of man, yet is they hope full of immortality. Punished, tried, you know. Saying, I don't know. We say with Solomon 3:5, and having been a little chastised, they should be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for himself. It's gold in the furnace how he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. You know? That's plain and simple. It said, in the time of their visitations, they should shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They should judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful and love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he had cared for his elect. You know, and that's it right there, man. The elect being tried, being chastised, man. You know, he said the Lord deal with you as sons, whom he chastised. You know, so I just count out our joy, man. You know.
Yeah, so with that, I hope this video was edifying. You know, keep in mind, man. Hey, we're gonna go through it, but we're gonna be delivered out of it. Yep. You know.
Lord said, "Cast your bonds upon him, man. Because you never suffer the righteous to be moved." You know. So once again, give our praises, honor, glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach you well. And peace and love to the elect of Israel. With that, Shalom. Shalom and Yashalom.
Shalom, Yashalom.